Welcome everyone. Today we're beginning something truly magical. We'll be flipping through all 4 Harry Potter MinaLima Illustrated Editions, page by page, chapter by chapter, starting right where it all began, the Sorcerer's Stone. So grab your wands, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's step back into the world where the magic began. Let's go. Chapter 1, The Boy Who Lived. On a quiet street called Privet Drive, nothing unusual ever happens, until one cold November night. Out of the darkness appears Professor Dumbledore, joined by McGonagall and the giant Hagrid, carrying a little baby boy. His name is Harry Potter, the only child to survive an attack by the dark wizard Lord Voldemort. Dumbledore leaves Harry on his aunt and uncle's doorsteps with a letter whispering, "Good luck, Harry Potter." As the sun rises, the boy who lived begins his quiet, extraordinary journey. Chapter 2, The Vanishing Glass. 10 years have passed since that night on a Privet Drive. Harry now lives in a cupboard under the stairs, treated more like a servant than a family. The Dursleys spoils their son Dudley and pretend Harry doesn't even exist, except when they need something to clean. Strange things sometimes happen around him. A haircut grows back, a jumper that shrinks, and so on. Harry can never explain why. On Dudley's birthday, they visit zoo. For once, things seem normal, until Harry leans close to a snake and it winks back. In a moment of surprise, the glass vanishes and a snake set free. Back home, Uncle Vernon rages, but Harry can't forget what happened. Deep down he knows, something inside of him is not ordinary. Chapter 3, The Letters from No One. Summer arrives and strange things begin to happen at number 4 Privet Drive. One morning, a letter arrives addressed to Mr. Harry Potter, the cupboard under the stairs. Harry has never received mail before, but Uncle Verner snatched it away before he can read it. The next day, another letter comes, and another. Each one finds Harry no matter where he hides. Desperate, the Dursleys flee the house, dragging Harry across the country to a broke-down shack on a stormy island. But as the clock strikes midnight on Harry's 11th birthday, there is thunderous knock on the door. Someone has finally come for him. Chapter 4, The Keeper of the Keys. The door bursts open, and in steps the giant of a man, towering, bearded, and kind-eyed. His name is Rubeus Hagrid, the keeper of keys and grounds at Hogwarts. He comes to deliver Harry a long-lost letter, an acceptance to the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Hagrid can hardly believe the Dursleys have kept from him that Harry knows nothing about who he really is, or what truly happened to his parents. As Hagrid tells him about the wizarding world and the night Voldemort tried to kill him, Harry finally learns the truth. He is famous, but not for what he's done, but for surviving. Before they leave, Hagrid gives Dudley a small reminder not to mess with wizards, and with that, Harry's real adventures begin. Chapter 5, Diagon Alley. At dawn, Hagrid takes Harry on his first journey into the wizarding world. They travel through London until Hagrid taps a hidden brick behind the pub, and the walls open to reveal Diagon Alley. For the first time, Harry feels like he belongs. He visits the Gringotts Bank, where the goblins guard mountains of gold, including the small fortune his parents left him. They buy school robes, spellbooks, and a wand that seems to chosen Harry just as much as she chooses it. Along the way, he meets strange, kind people who know his name, and he begins to realize the legend of the boy who lived is very real. As they leave the alley, Harry looks back, knowing his life will never be the same again. Chapter 6, The Journey to Platform 9 and 3/4. September arrives and it's time for Harry to leave for Hogwarts. Hagrid's gone, leaving only a train ticket that says Platform 9 and 3/4, King's Cross Station. But there's no such platform, or so Harry thinks, until he spots a family with a flaming red hair walking straight through the solid wall, the Weasleys. With their help, Harry runs through the barrier and finds himself in front of the Scarlet Hogwarts Express. On board, he meets Ron Weasley, who quickly becomes his first real friend, and Hermione Granger, a brilliant but bossy girl with a heart of gold. As the train races through the countryside, Hogwarts draws near. For the first time in his life, Harry isn't afraid of what's ahead. He's going home. Chapter 7, The Sorting Hat. Night falls as the train arrives to Hogwarts. The first-year students cross the dark lake by boat, their eyes wide as the castle towers rise above the mist. Inside the great hall, candles float in the air, and 4 long tables stretch beneath a starry ceiling. The new students are called one by one to wear an old talking hat, the Sorting Hat. When it's Harry's turn, Hat hesitates, whispering between Slytherin and Gryffindor, but at last it shouts Gryffindor and the room erupts in cheers. That night, surrounded by his friends and the warmth of his house, Harry feels something he never felt before, a sense of belonging. Chapter 8 The Potions Master. Harry's first week at Hogwarts is full of wonder, ghosts drifting through halls, staircases that move, and classes that feel like magic itself. But not every teacher is friendly. In Potions class, Professor Snape singles Harry out from the start, cold, sharp, and strangely hostile. He seems to know more about Harry than he seems to let on, and he clearly doesn't like him. During their lessons, Harry begins to sense that Hogwarts holds secrets far darker than talking hats or floating candles. And when he sees Snape whispering to Professor Quirrell during the Quidditch match, Harry can't shake the feeling that something suspicious is happening behind the scenes. Chapter 9 The Midnight Duel. Rumors spread quickly at Hogwarts, and it doesn't take long for Harry to make an enemy, Draco Malfoy. After a heated exchange at the Great Hall, Malfoy challenges Harry to a wizarding duel at midnight. Ron insists on coming along, but when they sneak out of curfew, Hermione and Neville get dragged into an adventure too. The duel, of course, turns into a trap. Malfoy never shows up. As they flee from Flitch, they stumble into the forbidden corridor and come face to face with a giant three-headed dog guarding a trapdoor. Back in bed, heart racing, Harry realizing one thing for sure, that dog wasn't there by accident. It was guarding something important and something dangerous. Chapter 10 Halloween. October brings crisp air, fluttering owls, and castle buzzing with excitement. Harry's first flying lesson turns dramatic when he chases Malfoy to retrieve Neville's Remember-All and ends up showing his flying skills that Professor McGonagall makes him the seeker for the Gryffindor Quidditch team. By Halloween, the Great Hall glows with floating pumpkins and a golden plates of food. But the celebration turns into chaos when the troll is found loose in a castle. While everyone hides, Harry and Ron realize that Hermione is missing. They rush to find her cornered by the creature, and together they manage to knock it out. From that night on, the three of them are inseparable. Their friendship, forged in danger, will change everything. Chapter 11 Quidditch. November arrives, and it's time for Harry's first ever Quidditch match. The stadium towers high over the grounds, filled with cheering students and fluttering house banners. The game begins fast. Broomsticks whirling, bludgers flying, and Harry quickly proves he was born to fly. But mid-match, something strange happens. His broom jerks violently, as if it cursed. Hermione spots Snape muttering under his breath and rushes to set his ropes on fire, breaking the spell. Harry regains the control just in time to catch the Golden Snitch, winning the game for Gryffindor. That night, the victory was sweet, but the question lingers. Was Snape really trying to kill him, or there was someone else at play? Chapter 12 The Mirror of Erised. Christmas arrives at Hogwarts, bringing snow-covered towers and glowing fireplaces. For Harry, it's first Christmas he's truly enjoyed, filled with gifts, laughter, and friends instead of cold silence. Among his presents is something extraordinary, an invisible cloak that once belonged to his father. That night, Harry sneaks to the castles and discovers a mysterious mirror in an abandoned classroom. When he looks inside, he doesn't just see himself, he sees his parents smiling back at him. Every night after that, he returns to the mirror, desperate to see them again. But when Dumbledore finds him there, he explains softly, "The mirror shows us nothing more or less than the deepest desire of our hearts." Harry realizes he can't live on a reflection of the past, his true life is still ahead of him. Chapter 13 Nicholas Flamel. Winter fades into spring, but the mystery of what's hidden beneath the trapdoor still haunts Harry, Ron, and Hermione. After weeks of searching, they finally discovered the name from Dumbledore's chocolate frog, Nicholas Flamel. He's an alchemist over 600 years old and the creator of the Sorcerer's Stone, a legendary object that grants immortality. Suddenly, everything makes sense. The stone must be what the three-headed dog is guarding. During the Quidditch match soon after, Harry's broom is cursed again, and this time he is sure Snape is involved. With every clue, the danger grows clearer, and the trio realizes that whoever wants the stone won't stop until they have it, no matter what cost. Chapter 14 Norbert the Norwegian Ridgeback. Spring settles over Hogwarts, but the mystery only deepens. During the visit with Hagrid, Harry and his friends notice he is hiding something, a large black egg. Days after, it hatches into a baby dragon, small but fierce, breathing tiny sparks of fire. Hagrid named him Norbert, and becomes instantly attached, even though keeping a dragon is strictly forbidden. When Norbert grows too dangerous, Harry and Hermione arrange for Ron's brother Charlie to take him away to Romania. Late one night, under Harry's invisibility cloak, they sneak the dragon up to the tower. But just as the plan succeeds, Filch catches them coming back down without the cloak. In helping their friend, they walk straight into trouble. Chapter 15: The Forbidden Forest. For being caught after hours, Harry, Hermione, Neville, and even Draco received detention, but not the kind they expected. Instead of writing lines, they were sent to the Forbidden Forest with Hagrid to track a wounded creature. Deep among the trees, the ground splits up. In the moonlight, Harry discovers something terrifying: a clothed figure drinking unicorn blood. The sight sends a chill through him, cold and sharp as glass. The creature moves towards him, but the centaur, named Ferenzi, charges and saves him, explaining that only one being would drink blood of a unicorn, someone clinging to life, even a cursed one. Harry realizes the truth. The figure in the forest was Voldemort, and he is closer than anyone dares to believe. Chapter 16: Through the Trapdoor. Exams are approaching, but Harry, Ron, and Hermione can only think about the Sorcerer's Stone. When Hagrid accidentally reveals that the creatures guarding the trapdoor respond to music, they know someone could use that to get past through it. That night they act. Beneath the invisibility cloak, the trio sneaks through the castle and down into the forbidden corridor. Fluffy, the three-headed dog, is asleep on the ground by the enchanted harp. One by one, they drop through the trapdoor and face a series of magical challenges: strangling wines, flying keys, and deadly chessboard. Each test demands a courage and sacrifice, and only Harry makes it to the final chamber. He is certain he'll find Snape, but the truth waiting for him is far more shocking. Chapter 17: The Man with Two Faces. In the final chamber, Harry discovers it isn't Snape waiting for him, it was Professor Quirrell, nervous, shuddering Quirrell, who has been pretending all along. He reveals that he serves Voldemort, whose weakened spirit has been sharing his body. When Quirrell removes his turban, Harry sees the pale, terrible face glowing from the back of his head: Voldemort himself. Quirrell faces Harry to look into the Mirror of Erised, hoping it will show him the stone, but instead it appears in Harry's pocket. The mirror guarding it only gives it to the one who seeks it, not for greed, but for good. When Voldemort tries to seize it, Harry's touch burns him. Darkness overtakes everything. He wakes up in a hospital wing days later, safe, as Dumbledore explains that love, his mother's sacrifice, protected him all along. As the school year ends, Gryffindor wins the House Cup, and Harry returns to Dursleys for the summer, no longer the boys in a cupboard, but the boys who lived. And that's how the Harry Potter's first year at Hogwarts came to an end. Year of friendship, courage, and discovering that magic was always within him. He faced the darkest wizard of all time and survived to tell the tale. But this is only the beginning, because the next year, new secrets will whisper through the halls, and the chamber long forgotten will open once more. If you enjoyed this journey back where the magic began, give this video a like. It helps more than you think. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next adventure, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, is just around the corner.